blood, heart. Those three things are specifically red. I might take that as something paranormal if something else was happening along with it. Another example. Let's say Cora has the word art on her word list. Tracy hears the number 40 coming out of hers. Now, those two things don't mean anything by themselves, but if you put them together, Art Faircloth was number 40 on Big John's team. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? It's a lot of breadcrumbs. We gotta pick them up, and to Everett's point, and see if we have a loaf of bread at the end of it. That's kind of how it goes. EMF meters, we'll talk about those once we start getting some numbers out of the two moms. Let's talk about cameras, because Everett looks like you're gonna be the only one operating cameras.
Liza, how did you die? Liza, where are you buried?
So with yours, Everett, just so you know, this isn't always a real-time moment. So it's a lot of times, because that's a small screen. I send it to YouTube so you guys can watch it on TV. I watch it on a computer. That's when I spot check it. That's kind of what, how I do it. I'm not, unless you see something, I'll take note of it. Like, all right, watch the thermal while at the Pinckney site, to see what we got going on. But yeah, we still want shit to move. How much? Yeah, bring it back.
Liza, where are you buried? Liza, how did you die? Liza, what else did your slaves teach you about growing indica? Liza, who was the president who was the pallbearer at your funeral? Liza, what year did you die? Liza, who was the president during your lifetime? Not yet. You gotten anything? Just heard something. What was that? Eliza, how many slaves worked with you?
Alright. Tracy, you got anything?
No.
Come on, you're fired.
Didn't you
It's
pick?
hard to like hear the words.
Yeah. Not easy. Especially that one. Yeah, just be mindful of them dudes in the car. You might want to
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of choke a little bit on that.
Okay.
This place used to be called Jewelers Alley. This is where some of the duels used to occur for the city of Charleston. That's why we're here. Every ghost story comes here and tells the same damn story that I'm about to tell you, only I'm going to give you a few extra details because you're not on a campfire marching all the ghost stories. You're on a ghost hunting investigation, right? So let's get into this and I'll tell you exactly why this Tracy on this side is listening to that. You'll pick up on it as we kind of get rolling through here. You can hear that music like off in the distance too, can't you? So I'll believe it or not, I actually bought that thing for a whole different location. But that location, we've been kicked out of the space that's next to that one, and now it's just out of the way. So I was like, where else can I use that crazy voice recorder? And lo and behold, we started using it here, but if every Saturday is going to be doing that, I'm going to have to question it again. But can you still hear me pretty clearly? All right, perfect. Here's how the story goes. A doctor moves here from Rhode Island. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Black. If a song brown-eyed girl shows up telling you about a guy who's about to be married. So Doc and Ralph, they go see plays together. They can't sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. That's the hierarchy of Charleston. He gets better seats. So they go see a play, and on their way home one night, they're talking about the new actress they just saw, and they had never seen her before. Doc thought she was great. Ralph didn't. They start arguing. Ralph is now insulting the doctor's fiancée, Amanda, back home in Rhode Island. It got really ugly between the two of them, and they go their separate ways. But the next day, Ralph went to his friends at the newspaper and placed an ad in the paper telling the whole city of Charleston what he thought of the doctor. Kind of like a really bad Instagram post in today's world, right? Or Facebook, whatever the hell is Facebook. Moving on. So Doc saw the ad and he rebutted with, let's go to Jewelers Alley. We're going to settle this and somebody's going to die. All this over an actress, by the way. I just have to point that out how dumb shit was in the 1700s. So the two men came down here back to back. They took the 10 paces. They turned. Doc pointed his gun in the air and shot. He did.
Yeah. That is one of us. That's so weird though.
It's great for each other.
This is cool. We live in an apartment. We sit outside the balcony.
I even have a windscreen for it, so if there's a breeze, I have like this fuzzy windscreen, so nobody knows what the hell I'm doing. I'm very upset now.